and welcome. My name is Jess Gately and I'm in the city of Melville today with Liz Bursky, and we're getting ready for the great big book club tea party coming up this Sunday, the 21st of October. Fremantle Press and the city of Melville are collaborating to bring you an afternoon of books and panel discussions with our authors and a great lineup of writers with lots of tea and cake. Liz is one of the authors presenting at the event, having written 23 books, including her contribution to the recent anthology Women of a Certain Age. Thanks so much for chatting with me, Liz.
It's lovely to be with you today.
Now, you live and work here in the city of Melville. What is it about this area that's attracted you to write here?
I like it because it's very quiet, and I like quiet places. It's also nice and green. I love areas that have lots of trees and so on. It's very convenient halfway between Perth and Fremantle, but it just does seem to attract really nice people. I live in a lovely street full of trees and all my neighbours are just terrific. And we all say the same thing, that Melville is just a really great place to live, and it feels very safe and very friendly.
And I suppose that's a really nice environment to be writing in as well.
It is, it really is, and I guess we all get to be a bit super sensitive as writers, prima donnas and so on, but to have that environment in which you feel safe, you feel comfortable, you feel the area is well managed, it does make a difference to a writer to live in a place like that.
Well, you've also been appointed a literary ambassador for the event and for the city of Melville. What do you think is the most important thing about events like these, particularly for writers and readers?
Well, I think it's terrific to have book-related events. I mean, reading is so important. I believe that reading, especially reading early in life, tends to help us develop into the people that we want to be. And so reading through your life is really, really important. And book events bring different sorts of books to people who wouldn't read but also don't necessarily want to read, and they draw them in. So we will learn more about each other through reading and through the events associated with that. And I personally love hearing other writers talk about their work and learning from them. I just think books bring people together, and book events are a great way of sort of accelerating that. I know there's a lot of book clubs in Melville, and it is an environment that's really conducive to reading and talking to other people about books. So I think it's terrific that the Fremantle Press and the city of Melville have got this together and making it something really special that people can enjoy, probably even if they're not great readers.
And as you said as well, it's a great way for people to learn about lots of different styles and lots of different lifestyles. You're actually presenting on the diversity panel, talking about women of a certain age as part of that talk. Tell us a bit about why you think women of a certain age and that discussion is so important.
I think it's tremendously important because so much that we see about women is about young women. It's about looking young and being beautiful and being sexy and having it all. And as soon as women get older, they sort of drop out of that. And you can look around you and see heaps of women of a certain age and older who are doing really interesting things, living really interesting life, but they're not present in popular fiction or popular culture. And so, they don't get seen, and the sort of flattery that comes from being seen in the media around you it's very powerful stuff. It makes you feel like part of the tribe. So particularly in a place like Melville, we do attract young families and older people, and so I think that it is a diversity issue. And women often say to me that they don't feel represented, and that when they do see them older people reflected in popular media, it's usually about having to look younger. How can you live your life as an older person if you're always trying to pretend to be younger?
Absolutely. Well, I think that'll be a really interesting discussion that will continue to be had as part of the panel at the tea party. just to finish off, Liz, it's I guess really lucky. Your new book has just come out, called A Month of Sundays, and that's actually about book clubs. If you could have any authors, dead or alive, as part of your own book club, who would you choose?
Okay. Well, I'd have two very special women writers, an Australian, Jessica Anderson, who is no longer with us, sadly. And this is going to be the Dead Writers Project, I think. Jessica Anderson. And I'd have the English writer, also departed, Elizabeth Taylor, not the film star, the writer. And Daphne du Maurier. And I might have, one bloke, and he's alive, and that's Julian Barnes.
Oh, lovely. Sounds like it would be some very interesting discussions in that group. Well, thank you so much for taking the time out to talk with us, Liz. Liz will be presenting as part of the panels at the Great Big Book Club Tea Party on Sunday, October 21st. If you are interested and would like to come along, you can head to the Fremantle Press website, www.fremantlepress.com.au, and register your interest. Thank you very much, Liz.
Thanks, Jess.